To learn about the off-grid lifestyle and to be inspired to live your dreams, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Hit the bell notification. So, thought I'd get started with my morning and kind of getting into a morning routine now. It's starting to warm up. What I do is I come out here now with the root cellar and I take about a half hour and scoop out some dirt. I figure if I do that every day, in a few weeks, maybe a month or two, I might have this to a reasonable level. I want to get it 4 feet deep. Now I keep running into big slabs of concrete like this. And believe it or not, this is actually, even though it's a lot of work to get them out, makes big holes in the ground. So it's a lot less dirt to have to move. So what I've got is I got my shovel and an old fence post, and I was able to pry it up quite a bit. So I'm gonna try to pull it up by hand, see if that works. If not, I guess I have to keep digging down into this area. But I think I'm about done for the day digging. This wears you out pretty quick. So, and I've been at it for my half hour. And the reason I'm doing a half hour a day is I don't want to overstress my back or anything. I tell you, it sure does make you get in shape. I've noticed my arms getting bigger massively, just in the last few weeks. Swinging that splitting maul and shoveling and doing the well, pouring concrete. Over time, my back will get stronger and stronger too, and it won't hurt as much. I don't have a bad back. I know a lot of people are saying I got a bad back. I don't have a bad back because it gets better. Carolyn's got a bad back. It hurts all the time. Mine's just sore muscles and things that's never been used before. So I'm gonna try to pull this up. Who needs a backhoe? All you need is a vac. So, I got it out. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm hoping there isn't too many more, but I suspect there is, so we'll just keep at it. That puts me, gosh, that's gotta be 3 feet. 2.5 feet, something like that. I'm gonna move on to the next project and rest up a little bit. Somebody suggested that I use these concrete slabs that I've been pulling out as filler for the concrete that I'm gonna use to pour on the new root cellar here. That might be okay if I were going to use a concrete floor. I'm not too sure I'm going to do that. I may just leave it dirt with French drains in it so the water will run out. Or I may just use a wooded floor. I might use pressure treated wood like I did on the porch. But concrete, I don't know if I need concrete on the floor for the root cellar. Now on the roof, it will be a concrete slab. Now that has to be really strong because it's the roof. And you're gonna use rebar and to secure it. So if I use that for filler, that would actually weaken the roof, at least my thinking it would. So no, I'm not gonna use that for anything. And besides, it makes for good filler over there in that big hole in the woods. So I would suspect I got a couple more pieces to pull out down here, right underneath where that is. That's my guess because I was pulling out concrete over here also. Fortunately, I don't have to go that far down this way. Up here, it's like pea gravel in that corner, so that was really easy to pull out. So I thought I'd give you a chance to look at the chickens again. They're getting real big. Several people like to watch the chickens. Carolyn's been fixing them this mush stuff. She lets it ferment for 3 days. They really like that stuff. And it really cuts back on the amount of feed that they eat. This is just beans and I don't know what she mixes in with it. Grains. I got to move them here pretty soon. They're starting to really wear this area out, you can see. So I'll move them down the hill. The last load of wood I got just about all split now. That was just a couple days I got that, so moving right along. Of course, yesterday it snowed, so I didn't work anything yesterday. I stayed inside. I already got spoiled to the spring-like temperatures. Today's a little chilly also. So that's all I got left to split, not much. And just like I suspected, I think that's going to make about 1/3 of a cord. It was exactly a 14-inch tree, and a 14-inch tree, 30 feet long, is 1/3 of a cord. 3 14-inch trees in diameter makes a cord. So, and I think that's about what I got there. That's going to come out, that's already 8 feet right there, or just about 8 feet, and 4 feet high, and 2 feet wide, I guess. Yeah, it's almost 1/3 of a cord. Now, I've been talking about this pole barn that I want to build over the woodshed. And I've been giving this a lot of thought here recently. It's not the highest priority job. It's one of these jobs that it can get done when it can get done. I know a lot of people are upset that I started the storm shelter before I started the pole barn. But the storm shelter isn't going to cost any money to dig. I can dig it all day long for free. If it takes 6 or 7 months to dig out, it's free work. Whereas if I build a pole barn, there's cost involved. And I just don't want to spend a lot of money on this pole barn to protect firewood. I think I can do this relatively free. Although we're not having a lot of luck finding free stuff on Facebook Marketplace this year. Last year we had a lot of luck. So I'll just keep waiting. Now, for the poles that go up and down, I'm going to use these cedar trees. I've talked about this quite a bit. But I've been giving this a lot of thought. I just can't go to the store and spend $10 for an 8-foot 2x4. It's just too much for a pole barn that's going to sit out here. And the thing is I'll probably need pressure treated wood because it is going to be kind of exposed to the elements. That's going to be more expensive. So I got to thinking about what I could do to cheapen the cost and accelerate the program. I bought they kind of call it like an Alaska sawmill. Not really. I bought this device that will help me cut logs like this into 2x4s or 4x4s or whatever I need. And what do you do? It's just a piece of metal and it's kind of shaped like that. And so you put a 2x4, or just a regular 2x4, and secure it to the top of the log here. And then this metal piece, goes over the 2x4. So imagine my leg, it goes over like this. Well, then your chainsaw attaches to the side of this device. And so what you do is you take your chainsaw and this guide cuts along the leg or the log. You don't want to cut your leg. And it trims off just enough that you can make into a log. And so I bought that for $35. Now the thing is I don't have enough cedar trees. I've got 12. I don't know exactly how many I need because they're all different lengths, and I'm going to try to use as much of the length as I can. Like this tapers up to probably a 2x4. Whereas this down here is, gosh, what is that? 6 inches in diameter? So I'm going to have to trim some of that off. Now this could make multiple pieces of 2x4. It could. So I got 2 more here, cedar trees that I can cut. Carolyn said I could have those 2. She wants me to keep this one. But then I got 1, 2 over here that I could use, and I think there's a third one, so there's 3. I don't have enough. I intend to cut these and make them into logs, get the measurements, see what I got. But until I can find more cedar trees, I'm kind of at a standstill with this, considering putting an ad out on Facebook Marketplace and see if anybody wants me to take their cedar trees. I mean, they're an invasive species, but I know that a lot of people are disappointed that I'm not building this already. But it's just not the priority. I mean, there are other things that we want to get done. We want to get the porch done. We want to finish the well. And I think Carolyn is pretty excited about this storm shelter and root cellar. Whereas the pole barn is just something that would be nice to have one of these days. Not the priority. So I hope I can inspire you to prioritize your dream. Thanks for watching.